My tweet is, an artist is a person who is never afraid to shine their inner light, so the world is ignited and touched by the flame they transcend. And for me, the reason why I believe that an artist is that is because from a little nipper till, I'd say, even till about 8 years ago, my light was always turned down low or switched off. So anytime I wanted to do something really fabulous for myself, there was always somebody there that said, oh, you can't do that, or you better be careful, or you're not from the right place, or that's not in your culture. And so for me, it has been a really, my struggle has been trying to connect with my inner self and really radiate out all the things that I am. So when I was about 16, I was just about to leave school, and one of my music teachers said to me, she put on a CD of The Queen of the Night's aria, which was by Mozart, from an opera called The Magic Flute, of which I had no idea at the time. And she said to me, you could sing like that one day, but I had no idea what that meant. I was this 16-year-old girl brought up on a council estate in Brixton, where my highest priority for my parents was making sure I had food, making sure I had a roof over my head, and making sure I had clothes over my back. Not even education in itself was a high priority in my culture at that time. So what my mum did was say what she felt was best for me at the time, which was to go to work. And I didn't get to go to a college, and I didn't get to go to an opera school, and I didn't get to do all those things. And I trotted out and went and did a course in business administration. And what I did is I ended up working in corporate finance and on a trading floor in the city. And I started off as an office junior, and then I went up to an office PA, and then I ended up being a top PA and executive, eventually becoming a trading assistant on a trading floor. So I was there just by graft and real determination, you know, because I'd come from poverty, and I was like, I'm not going to be poor. No matter what I do, I'm not going to be poor. And that was going over in my head all the time, all the time. And actually, because of the guys that I was surrounded, they were, you know, rich beyond their wildest dreams. But one of the things that they said to me was, Nadine, listen to me. I have no choice now but to stay here because I've got family, I've got kids, and I can't afford not to be working. And so they said to me, Nadine, if you've got anything that you really want to do, please go and do it. You're a highly intelligent girl, and we want to support you in that. So I said, this is my little girl coming up in me now, and I said, I really want to sing. That's what I really, really want to do. And they were really kind to me, these people. And they said, okay, we're going to leave your job open for you for 8 months. Go out and see if you can do it. They gave me a telephone number and a date to phone back on. And if I was going to come back, yeah, that's the telephone number I rang. And if I wasn't going to come back, I was to let them know immediately. Well, I went out into the world and I did my first audition, and I was shaking like I am now a little bit. I'm quite a nervous little performer. And they gave me my first job. It was a chorus job, singing in Carmen Jones at the Royal Festival Hall. I was like, oh my God, how did that happen? You know? And then while I was at the Royal Festival Hall doing this Carmen Jones, somebody said to me, oh, they're doing Porgy and Bess. I said, what's Porgy and Bess? And I didn't know at the time, and it was this, you know, opera by Gershwin. And I was like, oh yeah, well, I'll go. So I took an overnight bus, you know, with 20 quid in my pocket, took an overnight bus to France. And I ended up singing at the Opera Bastille, yeah? And again, they made me sing line by line because I was so scared. But guess what? I got to travel to Lyon. I went to France and performed in Porgy and Bess. But when I got to that stage, I realised, actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've just got all this guts and motivation and determination. I've got to get someone to go and put me straight. So I came back to London, and I knuckled down and I thought, I'm a business person. What would a business person do in order to get their dreams? And I wrote a business plan for becoming an opera singer. That's what I did. And then I went out to loads of people and I said, will you help me? Will you sponsor this part? Will you sponsor this part? And there was one lady that came to me and she sponsored me for 2 whole years and she supported my singing. And I made my own school. I picked all my coaches, I picked all my singing teachers and really, really found my dream and my destiny by creating it and asking for help, which is why I'm here today, because I really want, how many of you are thinking about becoming a singer or a painter or a drawer or a writer or, you know, how many of you here are actually thinking about that? That's lovely. Because one of the things that I really wanted to share with you is that what I think one of the most greatest things that you could do right now is look for role models. Look for the people that inspire you. Look for the people who are in the places that you actually want to be in and doing the jobs that you actually want to do. And right now, start writing them letters, because one of them will say yes to you, and one of them will answer your questions. Because as artists begin to grow, they want to contribute, they want to give back, because that's what we do. And really recognize what's important for you. What are you making an excuse about why you can't do anything? We all have an opportunity of only one life. Live it to its full. You're in education now, you know, some people in this room. You know, if you're really good at maths, don't let anybody tell you that you're boring because you're good at maths. Because I can tell you now, when you want to be an artist and you want to start running your own business and you want to be a product, let me tell you, when you've got to ask for money for your bills and you've got to work out all your finances and you've got to do all your reports and accounts, that skill is going to come in really handy. The same if you're really good at writing. You know, don't let anybody tell you that that's not okay. Because if you're going to be an artist and you've got to write a website, you've got to write copy for your marketing, you know, and you've got to have a relationship with your audience, your writing is going to get you from where you need to be and to have a communication with everybody that you want to be in contact with. Same with physical stuff like sports and stuff. Do you know how much stamina it takes to be able to get on a plane, be somewhere singing on stage for 5 minutes, and then getting back on a plane and being somewhere else to sing again? You need loads of stamina. So if you've got great physiology, keep that up. You know, keep up this energy. You know, all of you are singing up there, and I see the ones that are fully engaged and going, yeah, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be present, I'm going to choose to be alive today. Live all of your life exactly like that. And most importantly, do exactly what you love. Sometimes you're going to have to make compromises, because we all have to make compromises sometimes in our lives. But even if you have to make a compromise, keep your eye on your dream, because your compromise may only have to happen for a month or a year or a week. It doesn't have to happen for the whole of your life. Okay? What else? One last thing. If you're from a poor background, a middle-class background, or even a rich background, it really doesn't matter. Whatever background you're from, you are given qualities to help you be the artist or the person that you are today. Cherish those qualities, even if you found them the most challenging. I came from a background that was really challenging. You know, I was in a state where I was brought up in domestic violence. You know, and I saw my mum and dad fighting for quite a lot of my time. And actually, that kind of made me feel unsafe. But you know what it did? When I became an adult, it made me want to be the safest I could be in the world. And it made me want to make sure that whoever I interacted with love and kindness. So remember, all the time, for every negative, there's always a positive. So really take this opportunity now to step up into your life, no matter what age you are. Step into the person that you want to be, so you can step out into the world again, flying in your dreams. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it.